Hi guys! Today I have a really easy recipe for you. It's only one ingredient with a possible second ingredient that you could add in if you want to change the flavor a little bit. And it's for low-fat, raw vegan caramels. So the one ingredient, if you haven't guessed already, is dates. And I would recommend using a wet date, such as a medjool, which is what I'm using here today. But if you have any other variety of wet date, that would work fine as well. And the first thing you're going to do is you are going to pick and soak your dates, and these have been soaking for about 3 to 4 hours, and you will basically know that they've been soaking long enough when you can very easily just, see if I can come a little bit closer, slip the skins right off the date, and it will basically come off without any problems at all. And when that happens, they've been soaking long enough. If you have a hard time getting the skins off, they probably haven't been soaking long enough. Now, actually removing the skins is kind of optional. I think when you take the skins off that it gives a smoother texture and it actually just tastes a little bit nicer. But, you know, I've done it before without taking the skins off, just out of laziness. It tastes just fine. Definitely still works, so it's just kind of an optional step. And today I'm actually going to add a little bit of vanilla bean to the caramel, so I have a vanilla caramel flavor, and all I've done is I basically sliced down the vanilla bean, and then I've just taken the end of a blunt knife and I've just scraped out all of the seeds, so it kind of just looks a little bit like that, and I'm going to throw that in there. You can also use vanilla extract if you don't have vanilla beans or you can't get them, but most supermarkets actually carry them, so they shouldn't be too hard to find. And if you want to make it a chocolate caramel, you can add some carob to it, or even some cacao if you're eating cacao. Those are the only two things I could personally think of to add to the caramels. If you guys have any other ideas, you can feel free to comment below and, you know, give me an idea, because I'd love to probably try some other thing. But the carob actually tastes really nice with the caramel as well. So after your dates have soaked for a while, I'm going to actually just dump out that draining liquid, and I'm going to stick this into my blender. And you want to basically add the least amount of water possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get this going as is, and then when it stops I'm going to just pour in a little bit of water, and I'm just going to add exactly as much as I need to get it blended consistently through. Oh, almost forgot to add my vanilla bean. That would have really upset me. So I'm just going to actually take it to one of the dates and kind of swipe it off, because it's kind of hard to get in there. So, put it in the blender, and I'm going to put this on full power, so it's going to get loud in here. I'm sorry. Actually, this time with the soaking, I got really lucky, and I didn't have to add any water because the dates actually pulled in enough water while they were soaking that I was able to get them blended without adding any. So that's actually perfect. So my next step is I've got a tray, and I just lined it with a little bit of parchment paper or wax paper, and just going to plop this into the tray, and then I'm going to freeze it for probably about an hour. And when it's hard, we'll take it out, we'll cut it into little squares, and the caramel will be ready. Okay, so I basically just plopped all of the caramel mixture onto the tray, and then I kind of just molded it into a more square shape, and you can see that it already has this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful caramel color. And honestly, you can eat it just like this as a sauce. You can use it to dip like strawberries or any other fruit that you want into, but I'm going to freeze it so I can cut it up into little squares, because right now it's more of a mushy texture. Okay, my caramels are ready, so I've gone ahead and pulled them out of the freezer. They basically still have a slightly tacky touch when you go to touch it, but at the same time you can tell that it's frozen throughout. It's not actually going to be frozen like an ice cube will be. It has more of a soft frozen texture. Basically it has the same texture of a caramel square that you would have had as a kid that's wrapped in the little plastic. And I would actually recommend storing these in the freezer because keeping them in the freezer will keep this texture. They won't actually freeze straight through. I'm not sure if it's like the fruit content, like the sugar or the fiber, but these don't actually freeze solid, so they keep that really nice caramel texture, which is nice and chewy and kind of sticky on the teeth. Really, really gorgeous flavor. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into these and show you what they look like when they are little caramel squares. So I just have my knife sitting here in a cup of water because the caramel is very sticky, and the water will hopefully keep it from sticking to the knife too much as you're cutting. Okay, so here's my caramel. That's what it looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. It's really good. The vanilla bean in it actually adds another layer to the flavor. You can do it, of course, without the vanilla and just have a plain caramel flavor, but if you can get your hands on the vanilla, I would definitely recommend it. I kind of wish I did a second batch with the carob in it, and then I could have layered them, because that probably would have tasted really good. But I am going to eat this now, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you try it. If you do, please let me know what you think in the comments below, and I hope you guys all have a nice day. Thanks. Bye.